Well, that's one way to put it. But them boys figured that them bones was walking around here once, and the folks that was wearing them.
Lord, Mr. Henry, these monkey shines like to have me bust the scene.
Where you come from? This here's my house.
Sure paid enough for it.
That's right. I paid for this. All of it. Me.
And now that old Faye taking the food out your children's mouths. That old rascal?
I say, profit sharing is something you earn, Emery.
Ooh, Mr. Henry, if you don't sound just like him. Lord, what kind of monkey shine does you perpetrate?
Who the hell you think he is?
I was powerful thirsty, Mr. Henry, and now I can conjugate more proper like. What you gonna do? 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 Ooh, I seen that face before. And trouble come right behind.
Yo, what is good? What is good? What is good? Blessing to you, Shower. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. Thank you. What is going on out there? What is going on out there in the world? What an interesting weekend of boxing we had, huh? I had a great weekend of Father's Day. The wife took me out to eat. I had some great food. And yeah, that was it. And today I just relaxed. You know what I'm saying? So my kids did something real special for me. The wifey did something special for me. So I feel pretty good. Feel pretty good about it. But as we know, last night we had an interesting night of boxing. We had Nonito Donaire. He fought. And unfortunately, he was headbutted during the bout. And, they had to stop the fight, but he ended up getting the W for that one. So congratulations to Nonito Donaire. And then, we had more fights. We had Andy Cruz. Andy Cruz had his thing going on. And then, of course, we get to Richardson Hitchens versus George Kambosos. Oh, yeah, for sure, Shawa. Yeah, they did, for sure. Yeah, I felt really special. I felt really good. The wife spent a lot of bread on me last night. I was like, ooh, wee. You know what I'm saying? So that felt pretty good. But yeah, so Richardson Hitchens fought George Kambosos last night, and it was I saw it, and wow, it was a pretty dominant performance from Richardson Hitchens. It took him a couple rounds, but he started to pick up. He had a very sharp jab. He boxed well. He used all the angles. He used his reach, essentially. Didn't really have to use a lot of angles. George Kambosos just could not get in a lot to land what he wanted to land, right? He used a lot of feints. He used a lot of up and down movement. He tried to get in. He just couldn't do it. That jab from Richardson Hitchens was just too much for him. Similar to another fighter who fought George Kambosos for 24 rounds straight and showed an even more dominant performance. Now, Richardson Hitchens did get landed on. I'm not going to say George didn't land anything. He landed quite a bit, a lot more than he landed against Devin Haney. And I saw a lot of holes in Richardson Hitchens. Even though his jab was sharp, right? He had a lot of sharp jabs, a lot of good body shots. He started going to the body. I think that was his game plan to begin with. Had George Kambosos focusing on the jab, focusing on the straights up top, right? So that he can use that high guard and then he go in low, which was smart. It was smart. And I think it was the 8th round where Richardson Hitchens stopped him to the body, right? Basically the same shot Loma used. So that was a good performance for beating Devin's and Loma's leftovers. That was pretty good. It was impressive somewhat, but Richardson Hitchens is treating this fight like it was so monumental when George Kambosos he came up from 135 and this was his first fight at 140. And he was coming off of a loss against Lomachenko, right, where he got stopped to the body. Again, he was left over twice before Richardson Hitchens got to him. But I think the reason Richard Hitchens is treating this like it was so great is because Devin fought him before, right? Richard Hitchens has in his mind that he needs to one-up Devin without fighting him. He has to one-up Devin without fighting him. And he's so excited because, well, you'll see, right? Because the Devin Haney hate is so real that these dudes have to coon out just to go against Devin and go against the Haneys. And it's really just, it's really sad, man. It's really sad. And because so many more fighters, I don't understand what's going on, right? I think what Sugar Free Mars called it the Khoon ship or something like that. The Khoon ship got activated. I don't know what the hell's going on, but these dudes is wilding out. And this is why it's important to just you have to dismiss them 100%, right? You have to let them go on about their business. They are not one of us. They are not one of you, right? They have shown themselves to be Khoons, right? Devin is easy to attack, but they aren't trying to truly fight. No, they're not trying to fight. They're trying to fight his leftovers and try to do his leftovers better than he did them. Well, Kambosos was undefeated when Devin got to him and pitched a shutout for 24 rounds. It will never be the same. Queen Sister Cameron, how are you? Blessing to you. Thank you. Blessing to you. Don't forget, y'all, put y'all links in the chat, right? In case somebody come up in here and they need to check y'all out. So it's like with Khoonshawn Davis. It's like with Khoonshawn Davis, who has yet to come out and apologize for what he did, who has yet to take accountability for what he's done. It's like he will never take accountability for it. He doesn't feel any contrition or remorse about it. He is what he is, and he don't give a fuck, right? So it's time to stop pandering, right? It's time to stop pampering these fools. It's time to stop acting like, well, they still want. They're not. They're not. They have clearly demonstrated that, right? So, and this is what Richardson Hitchens did last night. Now, when Devin fought Jose Ramirez and everybody was trying to clown him, Richardson Hitchens actually said some real shit about that performance, right? He said, it's called boxing. That's what Devin was doing. But I don't understand where this is coming from. This new shit, right? He beat Kambosos in some switch flipped. Or he just decided to tear the veil down altogether. Maybe that's what happened. Maybe he just decided to turn the veil down. Let's get rid of all the fucking bullshit, right? Let's expose ourselves. And they think they're going to be protected, right? They think they're going to be protected, just like Khoonshawn Davis thought he was going to be protected, because it's in our nature to want to protect him, but not in mine. But us in general, like you just as a people. But it's not in my nature, because once you show us who you are, I'm going to believe that's who you are. And it would take an act of God for me to change my mind about you. You would have to go through a redemption arc like no other. You would have to be like Lord Vader, right? Darth Vader. You remember his redemption arc? Well, what happened with Darth Vader when he completed his redemption arc after going over to the dark side? Darth Vader went over to the dark side, created all this havoc and chaos, turned against his own people, killed all the Padawans, right? Killed all the Padawans in Order 66. Did all this shit. And in order to redeem himself, what did he have to do? Shawa says, nah, no protecting a grown man who should know better. Again, show improvement. Yes. And that's what we need to see. Right? I'm not saying that, yes, the Darth Vader example is an extreme one, but it's applicable, right? He showed redemption, but he died for it. He died to show redemption. Not to say that these guys have to do that, but hell, how much more do you need? How much cooning and buffooning can you do? And then for you to understand that they're not going to stand in the pocket for you like you try to stand in the pocket for them. It is what it is, right? But I want to look at two things. One is immediately after Hitchenson's, whatever his name is, beat Kambosos, what he said. And then there's going to be another thing after that I want to look at, because I don't understand, right? Does Richardson Hitchens want to fight Devin or not? Because I'm getting some mixed goddamn signals around this motherfucker. I'm getting some mixed signals. I'm like, do you want to fight Devin or not? Do you want to fight Tio or not? Are you too big for the weight or not? Are you comfortable or are you not? You know, what's going on with you? Outside of just the cooning, what are you doing? You called out Devin. Okay, everybody thinks you called him out because you said this. You said these things, right? You did this little post-fight interview. And, you know, everybody thought, okay, in everybody's mind, most people, you were calling out Devin Haney. Was it really a call out, though?
Months ago, you went down to Puerto Rico, won a title in what looked like the best performance of your career. You come back 6 months later in New York, and you put on a performance that looked even better. How did you feel about the way you fought tonight?
First, I just want to thank God, you know, before anything. A few years ago, I think over 4 years ago, I was watching Teofimo and George Kambosos go to battle in this war, and I was sitting somewhere along them stands, and I said, when I get my opportunity, I would, you know, make the best of it. And with the help of Eddie Hearn and Keith Conley, they changed my life in a matter of 2 years. The fight itself, I've been telling the boxing world I'm the truth. Everybody.
So wait a minute. So is he saying that he's been wanting to fight Devin Kambosos, since he saw T.O. fight him? Is that what he's saying? Oh, Drew was in the building. What's good, fam? What's good? Salute to you. Thank you for coming through. Don't forget to drop y'all links, man. Y'all go check these channels out. I mean, not that my little channel can do anything for y'all, but, I always, when you guys come through and you got channels, I always try to shout you guys out. So don't forget to drop your links. So is he saying that he's been trying to fight Kambosos? What's going on? What does that mean? So T.O. versus Kambosos inspired you, is what you're saying. Inspired you to do what? Fight Kambosos? This is crazy. Drew says Apartheid Hitchens cursed the Haneys out. And he's on Devin's list, and all he do is contact Devin. That's all he has to do. Exactly. Let's see what he decides to do. Yeah, I'm waiting to see. Right? But what's really interesting is, happy Father's Day, Drew. Happy Father's Day. I'm interested. I want to know what's going on in this other interview that he did. Where, like, what are you doing? What are you doing, apartheid? What are you doing, Afrikaner? Right? We can't call him Africa no more. His name is Afrikaner or apartheid. You know what I mean? Like, what's this motherfucker doing, man?
I know Richardson Hitchens. If you don't know, now you know. I've been telling the boxing world that I was coming, and they should have listened. So now I'm here.
What? In his mind, in his mind, beating Kambosos, who was beaten 3 times before he got to him. This is you coming? You have arrived now because you beat Kambosos. Is that what we're talking about? You beat Kambosos. This is crazy. You beat Kambosos, so now you have arrived. You told the boxing world you was coming, and so you beat Kambosos, and now you here. It wasn't when you got the IBF belt. That's not when it happened. You could have arrived when, you could have fought Subriel, but you didn't want to do that because you were complaining about the 10-pound rehydration clause. Then you fight Paro after Paro beats Matthias, and now you have arrived. Yes, Afrikaner. Shower. He hit a straight con job. Exactly, Shower. What happened with that? What happened to you fighting Subriel for the IBF title? But the rehydration clause. But you can fight. Now you got the IBF belt. You barely make weight. You make the weight. What are we talking about here? You have arrived now?
Yeah.
We knew the jab.
Wait. Let me ask y'all something. What did fighting Kambosos do for him in his career? What did it do for him? Was that a mandatory? Or was it a voluntary? Did Afrikaner pick Kambosos to fight him? What did beating Kambosos do for him to show us that he arrived? Because what I saw was him beating a guy who is still trying to make his way in the boxing world. Shout out to Kambosos for the spirit that he had trying to, fight Richardson. Drew says he will not contact Devin and everyone will blame Devin. Of course they will. Of course. They already blaming Devin. They'll blame it. Did you see BF's live stream last night? When I listened to it this morning when I was working out because I fell asleep early when he was calling the fight. But I mean, people, as soon as Richardson Hitchens says this dumbass shit, that's
been a part of your arsenal all throughout your career, but it was the body work tonight that really seemed to get the job done. How much was that a part of the game plan coming in?
I watched George. I seen the fight with him and Devin Haney.
Oh yeah, I seen the fight with him and Devin Haney, but I thought it was the Kambosos in T.O. fight that inspired you. Shawa says it was a voluntary because he said there was no one else available. That's straight bullshit. He could have unified. Drew says T.O. versus apartheid still won't make as much bread. Oh, absolutely not. Absolutely not. He could have unified with T.O. Right? He could have, you know what? Yeah, T.O. just fought in May. But T.O. didn't have to fight Barbosa. They could have unified. But what made you pick Kambosos? You had to pick him, right? Did you? I want to know how that fight came about. Big Billo was good. He said the same shit about T.O., but his energy changed when T.O. was in the ring with him. These motherfuckers is fake as hell, bro. It's fake.
Knew that Devin Haney didn't really take it inside, and he was having.
Take it inside. What is he talking about? Wait. What?
I watched George. I seen the fight with him and Devin Haney. I knew that Devin Haney didn't really take it inside, and he was headhunting.
What is he talking about? Devin didn't take it inside? Did he watch those fights? Wasn't there 24 rounds that you could have watched? Devin didn't take it inside? Did you take it inside the whole fight? Or were you at range? Were you at mid-range picking them off with jabs and crosses? You did that for the first half of the fight, and then you turned it up, of course. But don't act like you didn't take both fights that Devin did and apply them in this fight. Because in the second fight, Devin was inside working his ass. Devin was in the pocket. Drew says how they both beat Kambosos is irrelevant. Call DHP and contact Turk and make it happen next. That's why I want to see that next. He talking all that shit. Shawa says this nigga whole life built around what Devin do. It's weird as fuck. It's weird. You right.
A lot when he did have him hurt. So I said, I'm gonna touch him with some short shots. And when I did touch him with a short shot, I seen how he squinted and I smelled blood, but I just wanted to keep punishing him. And I told his dad, if you love your son, you'll stop the fight. So he was chopped.
What is he talking about? Stop the fight for what, bro? What? He acting like he was just putting the fluke flops on Kambosos the whole fight. You landed a good body shot, and we already know Kambosos weak to the body. You landed a lot of shots up top, and you couldn't put him down. What are you talking about? Stop the fight for what? This dude is delusional as fuck, bro. Like, he acting like he in there just knocking his head back. What? This shit is crazy. You want to beat Devin so bad. Why don't you beat Devin? Beat Devin. Go up to 147 and fight him and stop cooning out, because that's all you're doing right now.
He was a true competitor, but I was just a better man tonight.
Coming into this fight, I think a lot of people would have said, hey, Richardson can win a decision pretty easy. Like, will he step on the gas? Will he go for the knockout? Will he look to be spectacular? Was that on your mind tonight?
Yeah, I knew that I had to, I had to go to some unsafe places to get
what?
Some good shots off. So I put myself in harm's way. But
I gotta be honest with y'all. I didn't watch this whole thing yet. Big Billo said calling Devin B words and then taking pics with the race is wild. What did this dude just say? This dude said some crazy shit.
Some good shots off. So I put myself in harm's way, but
put himself in harm's way. Here goes Dead Mike with his bullshit. There goes Dead Mike. He on some troll shit today. This dude said he put himself in harm's way against Kambosos. The fuck? This dude is delusional as hell. Did y'all see that? When was Richardson Hitchens in harm's way? Unsafe places? This dude, what? Yo, these motherfuckers really delusional. Dead Mike, get out of here with that nonsense. We need to stand with our brown brothers against the ICE. You crazy as hell, man. Motown 909 was good. Rich did a good job. He did do a good job, but when was he ever in danger? When was he ever in an unsafe place? He never was. Kambosos was not a threat. George Kambosos was zero threat to Afrikaner Hitchens. He was not. Zero threat. What are you talking about?
I knew that I had good defense, and I knew I could take a punch. He called me a couple good shots, but it didn't really hurt me. So I just went for the kill. So I always knew I had it in me, but the fights be so easy on the outside where I don't gotta take a chance. But now I'm getting more comfortable as a professional. I said, all right, let's sit in here and dig and let me test my defense out.
When you landed that body shot in the last round, did you know that was going to finish the fight?
Nah, I wanted them to stop the fight, but
why? What are you talking about? Wanting them to stop the fight for what? Hey, don't pay attention to Dead Mike. He a troll. He a troll. Don't worry about that. Dead Mike trolling today. He a troll, straight up. Don't take him seriously.
I got him with the body shot, and I followed up, and it was all she wrote.
You got your title still, and I know you want bigger and better things in the 140-pound division. A couple of the title holders that are...
Let's be real, man. Listen, Richardson Hitchens put on a good performance last night. He was never in danger, but he did get a lot of shots landed on him. He did get hit a lot. He got hit a lot, but he was never in danger. What is he talking about? Shit is crazy as hell. That's right, Motown. He was not in danger at all. Shit is crazy.
Out there right now, Teofimo Lopez here, watching this fight from ringside. What do you want to do next?
Like I said, I want to thank Eddie Hearn and Matchroom and 2 years getting my career to the top.
Look at this bullshit.
I'm going into free agency now, so there's a lot of options, and I want the big fights. After my last fight, I called Teofimo out right away. Obviously.
Now, after his last fight, he called Teo out right away.
He got other plans, so I don't know what's next. But I'm looking here at the camera. Devin Haney, fuck you, nigga. Let's fight. Devin Haney next. Fuck Devin Haney and Bill Haney. Pussies. New York, stand up, baby. We here, baby.
Look at this clown. Look at this clown. What? So are you fighting Teo next or Devin? Are you going to go up to 147 and fight Devin or what? Yeah, why call out Devin when you get Teo at 40? Who knows? Who knows what's going on in this motherfucker's mind, man? Who knows what's going on in the Afrikaner's mind? This fucking coon.
Congratulations, Richardson. Tremendous performance.
Oh, this shit didn't show the hug? God damn it. The fuck? Whatever. Y'all saw it. Y'all saw him hugging all up on motherfucking. Listen. Bro. Y'all know he hugged Teo after that. Straight up and down. Right? Hugged Teo. Said, fuck Devin. For what? Wasn't you just bigging Devin up after his last fight? Now it's fuck Devin and fuck Bill. And you giving Teo hugs. I have never seen this level of coonery. I have never seen it. I have never seen this. It's crazy to me because I don't know what they plan to get out of it. What do they plan to get out of all this cooning? What benefit is it to them? Like, why is this acceptable? Right? Why is this acceptable? I mean, we got Khoonshawn doing it. We got Gervonta Tonka Truck Davis doing it. We got Shakur Borderline doing it. Man, fuck that. He did do it. He just didn't go as hard as Keyshawn did. Right? Ryan Garcia. Why is it that we are why is this? This should not be acceptable. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. Why are we? It's something about black folks that we're just way too forgiving. We're way too, we give way too many passes, and it's time to knock that shit off. It's time to knock it off. Right? It's time to knock that shit off. It should not matter. Listen, if a coon wilds out, right? And if a coon wilds out, like Khoonshawn did, and did what he did with Nahir Albright, what he did to him, what he did coming in overweight, right? All that bullshit that Khoonshawn pulled, and everybody's going in on him. And yes, they're gonna go in on him harder than they went in on Ryan Garcia. They're gonna go harder on him than they did against Lemos. And yes, we can acknowledge that and we can know that, and we can, that's bullshit. Yeah. But at the end of the day, Keyshawn brought that on himself, right? Keyshawn brought it on himself, and I feel no sympathy or empathy for anything that happens to him from this. Big Bill says Hitchens act like Kambosos was prime. This shit is wild to me. That shit is wild. Kambosos is essentially a shell of himself. You know, like they try to say about Devin. They try to say Devin's a shell of himself, but no one wants to fight him. But you can see the difference because Kambosos is actually a shell of himself, and everybody wants to fight him because Devin fought him. You know what I'm saying? So, and on top of that, Richardson Hitchens rocks with Terrence Crawford, but he rocks with Terrence Crawford, but T.O. called Terrence Crawford an Inger. And you sitting up here hugging this dude. You are hugging this dude that called your mans an Inger, and you hugged all up on him. This shit is crazy as hell. Where is the, like, these dudes don't follow code. They don't give a hot fuck. They don't give a fuck about code. They don't care about none of that. They weren't even raised in that. They don't know what that means anyway. They know what it means, but they don't give a fuck. They don't care. Right? All they care about is how they can advance and what can get them higher in the eyes of the elite class. J-Man, what's good? What's good? Salute to you. That's all they want. All they care about is, oh, well, how can I get myself further? How can I advance? How can I reach this mountaintop above everybody else? But they'll never reach the mountaintop. Because when you coon out for these people, when you coon and you turn coat, when you pull, right? When you turn the Judas against your people, they see you. They see that. And they know they can only fuck with you so far. They, in their mind, it's like, oh, you turn on your own people. So, yeah, we're going to give you the illusion that you can rise above them. But as soon as we're done with you, yeah, it's a wrap. Like, we're done. And we don't want these motherfuckers back. Stay over there where you at. Stay over there where you at. Get your little crumbs. Get your little 15 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Get this, get that. But when you have that nigga moment, don't come back to us. Stay your ass over there. Then Mike says, stop the cap. Okay, buddy. Shawa says, yep, I started to do a video about that last night. I'm tired of these bitch dudes. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy, but it needs to be highlighted because people tend to forget. No, we got to make these motherfuckers, because they're not going anywhere. Richardson Hitchens is not going anywhere. Khoonshawn Davis is not going anywhere. Gervonta Tonka Truck Davis is not going anywhere. He cooned out. But we always try to find a way to bring them back in the fold when they're not. You know what's funny? People want us to forgive, like Nahir Albright said he forgives. Nahir Albright had to come out and apologize for Khoonshawn Davis and said that we should forgive him. But my question is, how do we forgive somebody that's not even asking for forgiveness? Who's not even sorry? I'm not going to forgive a motherfucker who does not even feel sorry for what he did, who does not apologizing. Khoonshawn Davis feels like he did nothing wrong. He feels like he can do whatever the fuck he wants. Okay, then why would I even think about giving you forgiveness? Forgiveness for what? You don't need it. You didn't ask for it. So I'm not, what am I forgive you for? J-Man says Toby Hitchens showed his ass after the fight. The fans too. And now Hitchens the goods for beating on Devin leftovers, which is crazy as hell to me. Because they tried to devalue Kambosos when Devin fought him. and he was undefeated and just got through beating Teofimo Lopez and was unified, a unified champion, a 3-belt unified champion with that fake, you know what I'm saying? He, you know, he was a unified champion when Devin beat him. But everybody tries to diminish that. Everybody says, "Oh, well, Kambosos is ass. He ain't shit." Just like they did with Regis. Same thing, same shit they did with Regis Prograis. Everybody thought that Regis was going to beat Devin. Y'all remember that? I remember that distinctly. Everybody was saying that Regis would beat Devin. They thought he would beat Devin. They thought he would knock him out. And look what happened. Everybody thought that people thought Kambosos was going to beat Devin. People thought Regis Prograis was going to beat Devin. But when Devin beats them, it's not shit. The hypocrisy is real. The hypocrisy is real. Motown 909 says, see that part? See the FL part, Rich taking the side of T.O. Yes. And I'm trying to find, I don't know why I cannot find that video, find a clip of that. I put Richardson Hitchens hugs Teofimo Lopez. I can't find it. Like, I can't find it to where, y'all, I saw it. This motherfucker hugged T.O. Period. Bottom line to it. Oh, good Lord. I got to hop on this one real quick. But first, I'm going to show y'all this. What, dog? What you barking for? The hell? So, now this is the post-fight interview or whatever with Richard Hitchens. And they ask him a very important question. And I want you guys to peep the answer because it's very, I'm very interested in this is the answer he gives is very interesting. Shawa says they don't forget. They forgive, like you said earlier. Yeah, they forgive, which is crazy to me. Then Mike says, happy Father's Day. I appreciate that, man. Then Mike, what did you talk? Then Mike, you wild and out of control, bro. Unlike my what? Oh boy. Stray Godzilla, what's good, brother? What's good with you? Shawa says, and when Dev put down another masterclass on Regis, then he was a weight bully. Exactly. But he was only a weight. Hold on, guys. What's wrong with you, dog? What? You stop that? Why you in there? She out there feeling sorry for herself. Anyway, so yeah, yes, they did. They put down Devin. Yeah, they called him a weight bully, which is crazy because he just moved up to 140. How is he a weight bully when he made weight? Make it make sense. When Regis is killing himself to make 140, damn near. You know what I'm saying? I mean, my question is, why didn't Richardson Hitchens fight Matias? I'm gonna ask that again before Matias fought Paro or Puel or whatever the fuck. Puel, Paro, one of the motherfuckers. Why didn't he fight him? I thought the IBF was too strict with the weight rehydration clause. Is Hitchens what fast? Dead Mike says they're snatching up Mexicans at churches and job sites with no due process. Dead Mike, get out of here, man. Oh, boy. Shawa says that he said at the time he didn't want to make weight, but he wants to make weight now. He ducked Matias. Who hit every job? You talking about Ice? Yeah, it is what it is. So here's a what? Here is and the after this the press conference, which is interesting because yeah, this is the press conference where he's asked this important question.
When I interviewed you at Gleason's, you told me that you wanted to leave him a bloody mess. Now, you might have not let him a bloody mess, but you were able to get him out of there. How real is the Devin Haney fight now?
He's saying move up to 147.
The emotion of how much it meant to you. How much did this mean?
I think it'll be dope. And me and somebody like Teofimo.
Would it be Teofimo Lopez?
Teofimo Lopez. I think we did a great leaving London.
Richardson, Kevin Garcia came scouting you. What's the year been like for you, and just the turnaround with now people calling you out?
Yeah, you know, just last year I was leaving London. Last year, better. Eddie been telling y'all, so it's the opportunity is definitely real. I mean, I think that fight, the people want to see me and Devin Haney.
Oh, here we go.
I mean, give me the opportunity because he, you know,
But you were able to get him out of there. How real is the Devin Haney fight now?
He's saying move up to 147. So right now I got a lot of opportunities right now. You know,
what does that mean? He's saying move up to 147. Oh, I got a lot of opportunities right now. What? Get to the fucking point, bro. Who's way too big, Shawa? His ass was too big. Then King Fred. You talking about Matthias or Matthias or they both big, Matthias and Richardson. Richardson is too big. He needs to move up, point blank, period. But he still ducked Matthias. J-Man says that boy easy route fighter. Yeah, of course. Ducked Matthias when he had the belt. Exactly. It was a duck. Yeah, he's too big. But what is he talking about?
Haney fight now.
He's saying move up to 147. So right now I got a lot of opportunities right now. You know, as far as being able to go up to 147 and hopefully he'll, you know,
hopefully. But Devin told you bring your ass to 147 to fight. What do you mean hopefully? And now you talking about all these opportunities? You already backing out, bro. See, in the ring, you said fuck Devin Haney and fuck Bill Haney. Let's fight right now. Let's fight next. Now you're saying, oh, well, you know, I got a lot of opportunities. And, oh, well, you know, he want me to go to 147. Where else you going to go? You want Devin to come down to 140? It's not going to happen. Yeah, Shaw, he was. He was too big when he didn't want to make weight for Matthias the first time. Yeah, he was. But somehow he stepped on his nuts and was able to make weight to fight Kambosos, who's not even a natural 140 pounder. But this dude, are you gonna fight Devin or not?
I mean, give me the opportunity because he, you know, he's
give you the opportunity. He told you to bring your ass up and let's fight. In the ring, you said let's fight next. Fuck Devin Haney. Where's that energy now?
Still the guy, and obviously at 140. So it's the opportunity is definitely real. I mean, give me the opportunity because he, you know, he's still the guy, and obviously at 140. So it's the opportunity is definitely real. I mean, I think that fight, the people want to see me and Devin Haney, me and Teofimo. I've been saying for a long time now that they're gonna have to put my name in this conversation. You feel me? Because if you want to see superb boxing, you got to put me in that conversation with the Devin Haney's, the Ryan Garcia, the Teofimos. And I've been telling y'all for the longest, I'm just as good as these guys, even better. Eddie been telling y'all, my manager been telling y'all, my team, my coaches, everybody been telling y'all. But I guess it took that for y'all to listen to and hear us.
Wait, took what? Took what? Beating Kambosos let us know that you better than Devin or as good as Devin or these other guys? What? You beat Kambosos off of 2 losses. He beat Maxie Hughes, but I mean that was a struggle. That was a struggle. What am I missing here? How is beating Kambosos? How does that put you on par with the Devin Haney. And when did Eddie Hearn tell anybody that he was as good or better than Devin Haney? When did that ever happen? This dude is this dude is delusional as hell. Yes, I agree, Shawa. He did beat him. Maxie Hughes beat him, but it is what it is. They had to give Kambosos a little something. They had to give him a little love. Exactly, J-Man. They say everything, let's fight. Or they forget they said it and say something else. They forget they said it because this motherfucker said it in the ring, right? He said, let's fight next. Blah, blah, blah. Right? Fuck you. Where's that energy at? What did Eddie Hearn tell him before this interview? What did Eddie Hearn tell him before this interview that got him changing up?
Now,
Richardson, Kevin Garcia, aka the Puerto Rican Kid, KG. I asked you a little while ago, how did you feel about, Bill Haney being here, Teofimo getting in the ring? Just a year ago, they were saying, you didn't have the power. You didn't bring the fight to people. Now you're a champion. You've defended that championship, and you've got people here scouting you.
He defended the championship against a voluntary who moved up from 135.
The year been like for you, and just the turnaround with now people calling you out?
Yeah, just last year, I was leaving London last year, July. I was on Twitter going back and forth with George Kambosos, actually. And he was like, you'll never be world champion. You're only going to fight in front of 300-400 people. And, how ironic is it to defend my world championship against him in New York in a arena that I think we did a great, event. A lot of people came out. The city came out. And it was just dope, in the 1 year that it was a full circle. But I always knew I was going to get here. And I knew when my opportunity came, I couldn't let it slip away. And I just, tonight stood composed, took my time, and just had fun in it.
Fine for you to get. Would it be Haney or would it be?
Now, this is an important question, y'all. This is an important question. Hold on. Let me not go back too far. I'll be doing too much.
I'm just have fun in it.
Fine for you to get. Would it be Haney or would it be Teofimo Lopez?
Teofimo Lopez.
You hear that? Did y'all hear that? Did y'all hear what this motherfucker just said? They asked him, would it be Devin or Teofimo Lopez? What does motherfucker say? Where we at? Okay.
Tonight stood composed, took my time, and just had fun in it.
Fine for you to get. Would it be Haney or would it be Teofimo Lopez?
Teofimo Lopez.
This motherfucker did not hesitate, did he? Didn't you just say fuck Devin Haney, fuck Bill Haney? Let's fight next. Didn't he say next? You know what? Let me look up the definition of next. Maybe I'm fucked up in the head. Maybe I jumped into a different timeline. Maybe the Mandela effect got me fucked up. Hold on. Definition of next. Let me see. Hold on. Definition next. All right. Okay. So there I see hold on. Okay, next. I'm looking at the dictionary here. It's an Oxford. So it's legit. No hesitation at all, right, Shawa? So next means coming immediately after the time of writing or speaking, right? Or coming immediately after a present one in order, rank, or space. Here's another definition. On the first or soonest occasion after the present, immediately afterwards, then following in the specified order. And then another definition, or this is more like an example, the next person or thing. Okay, so I'm not fucked up then. Next still means what I thought it meant. You know what I'm saying? But this motherfucker just said,
I'm just have fun in it.
Fine for you to get. Would it be Haney or would it be Teofimo Lopez?
Teofimo Lopez. I think Teofimo Lopez. I ain't gonna lie. Either one of them is a big fight. I feel like just with me, my attitude, my charisma, my flamboyantness,
Charisma and flamboyantness. Wait. Where's the charisma? Am I fucking tripping here? J-Man says just use Devin name for clout. That's all they fucking doing, because apparently he's the face of boxing. Shawa says, but you wanted to call Devin Bill niggas in front of company. Not cool. Exactly. I mean, like, what are we talking about here, bro? What are we talking about?
What I bring to the table, people hate me, but they're gonna watch me. So I think that boxing need somebody like me and somebody like Teofimo. Crazy. So with both of us, it'll go for a great build up. We both could fight. We both young in our prime, and I think it'll be dope. And there's a storyline behind it. So
What storyline? What storyline? Wait. Am I missing something? What storyline are we referring to? Are we talking about the story where you could have unified? Instead of you fighting Kambosos, and instead of Tio fighting Barbosa, y'all could have unified. Is that the storyline you're talking about? Where's the real storyline? I think the storyline is how you have been chasing Devin and chasing his legacy for years and wanted to beat the guy he beat. How you went on a journey to duck all these people at 140 just so you can have an opportunity to fight a guy that got beat by the guy who beat another guy who then went on to beat the guy you just fought. Is that the story that that's the real story? That's the real story. Straight suckers, J-Man. That's the real story. The story is you fought a guy that got beat by a guy who beat another guy who beat the guy that you just beat. And you think that because you did that, that you are this elite boxer now and that you are amongst the legends, that you are on par with Devin Haney, who is basically a first ballot Hall of Famer, right? First and youngest to be undisputed in the 4-belt era at 135 since Pernell Whitaker. And Pernell Whitaker did not have 4 belts. So the first to ever have 4 belts and be undisputed at 135 ever. And there was no other undisputed champion at 135 since Pernell Whitaker. And you beat his leftover and his other leftovers left over. And you have arrived. Oh, of course they hate that, Shawa. They hate it. Who? Says who and what win? Says who and what win? God damn it. He has arrived. Y'all remember he said that earlier? He has arrived because he beat George Kambosos. And like I said, shout out to George Kambosos, man. But, you know, he's trying to chug along in his career, and Devin ended that thing a few years ago. Real talk. Devin ended his career a few years ago. So it is what it is. But this guy thinks he's doing something now. But when they ask him, see, you know what's funny? He thinks he beat Devin by beating Kambosos. And so he's done. He's never going to fight Devin. He's never going to fight Devin because he felt like he beat Devin when he beat Kambosos. The level of delusion is crazy. It's crazy.
I think that's a big fight. Me and Devin Haney is also a big fight. We got history together. So these are all big fights that's gonna happen in the near future. We all
going to happen in the near future. Where is everybody? Y'all remember when I forgot after which fight it was. I think I forgot, but they asked Devin if he was going to fight Tonka Truck, right? They asked him if he was going to fight Tonka Truck. And Devin said, yes, I see that. That's a good fight that can happen sometime in the future. They was on Devin's head for saying that shit. When Devin said that, they got on him. Let's see how many people get on this dude for saying the same type of shit. Big Billo says he's not going up to 147 or willing to do catch weight, so why even mention Devin? Because it's a clout chase. It's a clout chase.
Not problems, and sooner or later we got to show who's really the best.
Sooner or later. Duck language. This motherfucker just quacked. That is pure duck language, yo. We'll see. We'll see who talks about this.
Big fights that's gonna happen in the near future. We all not problems, and there's a storyline behind it. So I think that's a big fight. Me and Devin Haney is also a big fight. We got history together. So these are all big fights that's gonna happen in the near future. We all not problems, and sooner or later we got to show who's really the best.
Sooner or later. Oh man, I'm gonna start calling this motherfucker goddamn Daffy Duck. This is Daffy Duck over in this motherfucker. Daffy Duck, the Afrikaner. Yeah, Devin's available because he keeps getting ducked. Everybody in their mama ducking him. It might just take Brian Norman Jr. to make that fight happen. I can see Brian Norman Jr. after he fights Szechuan. What's his name? Szechuan sauce. I forgot the guy's name. The Japanese dude. After he fights him, I can see Brian Norman Jr. Making something happen with Devin. But this dude, sometime in the future. Yeah, Sasaki. Yeah, Jin Sasaki. My bad. I'm bad with names sometimes, Oh, this shit is crazy, bro.
Congratulations again. It's Dick Burrows to the BK Reader. So, how did it feel just to have Brooklyn so heavy in your corner tonight?
I knew once I brought the championship back home, like New York was gonna, show up. We had all type of people. I was looking at the crowd like, damn, I didn't even know like it was gonna be like this. It was like people that they didn't know would show up showed up.
What's up with this fucking audio? They need to get their shit together. Was this a DAZN card? Yeah, it was DAZN. What is wrong with these people? Fix your audio. Dead Mike says Hitchens finna cook Haney like some chitlins. First of all, that ain't gonna happen because Afrikaner is not going to fight Devin. Yo, Shaw, I believe he will. He'll fight anybody like Devin. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, just like Devin. Yep. Now, here's what's going to happen. Everybody is going to expect Devin to go down to 140 to fight Richardson Hitchens. And if Devin refuses to go down to 140, they are going to call him a duck. Just so y'all know. They're going to call Devin a huck. They're going to call Devin a duck if he doesn't come down to 140 to fight Richardson Hitchens. And that's going to let Richardson Hitchens off the hook. He is going to be let off the hook for cooning out. And yeah, it's going to be business as usual. It's going to be business as usual. Right? Now, here's this guy. I want to know what he's going to say. I'm just interested before I get out of here. Shawa says same thing they did when he left 36 facts. Yeah, they're gonna say he ran from 140. He ran from Richardson Hitchens, even though Richardson Hitchens said come on, like common sense. Richardson Hitchens has a problem making 140. So what are we talking about? He needs to go up to 147, and Devin will fight him next, and it is what it is. Let's see who is the best. Hitchens is soft. He know that when he shot his mouth off. I know what you meant, Shawa. I know you meant 35. I know you meant 45. Then, Mike, I know there's no American troops in Iran. Not yet. Not yet. Don't hold your breath, brother. Don't hold your breath, or whatever the hell you are. Now let's see what this guy has to say, because I'm very interested. He'll probably hit me with a strike like he did the last time. Hold on. Yeah, he hit me with a strike one time, but I don't give a fuck. Yeah. Let me see what he got to say. What this dude talking about?
You know this is Khoonshawn Boxing, aka Mr. Moonshot himself, New York City, Madison Square Garden. You already know, baby. Ya tu sabe. Richardson Hitchens with an 8th round body shot KO. We in here. Y'all already.
Why is this dude so extra? Shawa said 2 last names got scolded by Eddie for popping off too soon. 2 last names. That straight up is 2 last names, ain't it? That's facts. Richardson Hitchens. What the fuck is that? Goddamn Afrikaner is what he is.
You know, man, unification bout 140-pound division. Teofimo Lopez in the ring. Yeah, I like that fight. Even though, you know what I'm saying, we still talking about this Devin Haney and Teofimo Lopez. You already seen.
Who's still talking about that? Wait, did he just say that we're still talking about T.O. versus Devin? T.O. Duck Devin. Oh, that's your old name for African? Man, yeah, he is a tether. But I mean, who's still talking about T.O. versus Devin? What is he talking about? T.O. Duck, bro. T.O. Duck. What is we talking about? No one's talking about Devin versus T.O. no more.
And Teofimo Lopez, you already seen Richardson Hitchens call out Devin Haney. Hey, yo.
He called him out. He called out Devin, grabbed the motherfucking lasso, threw the lasso at the call out, and brought that shit back and said, well, sometime in the future, sometime later on down the road, next year, next month, next decade, next century, next millennia, this motherfucker's not trying to fight Devin. There was no call out. Yeah, right? And look, I don't even watch his shit, bro, but this shit popped up on the timeline. So I was like, let me see what this dude talking about. Because I know he's gonna be on some clown shit.
Man, George Kambosos had an opportunity to erase this one-hit wonder, this Buster Douglas of this modern day era, but he couldn't come out with a victory. I know a lot.
What is he talking about, Buster? What is he talking about? Wait.
But he couldn't come out with a victory. I don't hit wonder, this Buster Douglas of this modern day. George Kambosos had an opportunity to erase this one-hit wonder, this Buster Douglas of this modern day era, but he couldn't come out with a victory. I know.
He's talking. You wait. wait. So I get what he's saying. He's saying Kambosos is T.O.'s Buster Douglas. That's what he's saying. He's saying he's T.O.'s Buster Douglas and a one-hit wonder.
I know a lot of people talking about, like, damn, how the hell does T.O. lose to George Kambosos? But I'm telling you, I've been telling y'all since day one. Should have never been in the ring in the first place. But
what is that? What?
You already know it's learning experience.
Should have never been in the ring in the first place. Why not? Are we going with this narrative about the blown up esophagus? Is that what we're doing? Oh, my esophagus blew up. It blew up. It was I was bleeding from my esophagus. Is that what we're going with? Okay. Is that what you're talking about?
But Richardson Hitchens, Teofimo Lopez, 2 Brooklyn born.
No one cares.
You already know Halatra. But anyway, man, I think that's gonna be a good fight for New York City. Teofimo Lopez got options, as you can see, as he told the whole world he had the PVC cap on. Y'all already know, man, about to get my whippity whip. Dime, mi gente, que lo que dime, what y'all want to see? T.O. versus Hitchens, Hitchens versus Haney, T.O. versus Haney, Tang going back and forth with Hitchens. Tang going to be fighting Lamont Roach. Is he going to move to the 140-pound division? I don't know. But it is what it is. Boxing is good. Boxing is great. Everybody in their prime. Everybody about to fight. We in Madison Square Garden.
Why are these dudes so delusional? J-Man says, ain't Madonna and Roberto Duran's whole career is based off one fight? Yes, essentially. Roberto Duran became one of the four kings, so-called, because of one fight. I mean, what is he talking about, bro? Like, none of these things are going to happen that he's saying is going to happen. Teal's not going to fight Devin. Richardson Hitchens is not going to fight Devin. Richardson Hitchens is not going to fight Teal. Teal's not going to fight Richardson Hitchens. This is all delusion. I'll tell you who Richard Hitchens is going to pull up from 135. He's going to pull up Dennis Baranchik and fight him. And then he's going to say he arrived at another level because he beat Dennis Baranchik. That's what's going to happen. Yeah. He's going to pull up Dennis Baranchik. He's going to whoop Dennis Baranchik better than Keyshawn Davis did in his mind. And he's going to believe that he's now better than Keyshawn Davis. He's going, in his mind, he's going to have beaten Keyshawn Davis because he's going to beat Dennis Baranchik. He's going to pull up Dennis. That's what he's going to do. Or he's going to go to the Special Olympics. He's going to get Lomachenko a custom fit wheelchair. He's going to fight Loma in his wheelchair. And he's going to say he beat Devin Haney twice when he beats Loma. That's what's going to happen. So that's what's going to happen. Afrikaner is going to fight. He's going to pull up Dennis Baranchik, beat him, and say he's better than Keyshawn. He's going to pull up Loma in a wheelchair, fight under the Special Olympic rules, beat Loma. So therefore, that's going to make him twice as better than Devin. Then he's going to pull up. Who's next? He's going to pull up after that. He's going to pull up Yoshino. Yeah. No, not him. No. He's going to pull up Artem. He's going to pull up Artem. He's going to pull up Artem, right? He's going to pull up Artem. He's going to beat Artem, and then he's going to be better than Frank Martin, and he's going to be better than Shakur Stevenson. And now he's going to be at the tippy top. He's going to be pound for pound number one best fighter in the world. That's what's going to happen. Charles Cruz says Lane. Okay. Thank you for your opinion.
I'm still mad that New York Knicks left. I mean, lost.
All right, I'm done with this dude. Whatever. He ain't got nothing to say. Yeah, he ain't talking about nothing. Yeah, so look, y'all. So Afrikaner Hitchens is not going to fight Devin. He's not going to fight Devin next. He's not going to fight Devin next year. He's not going to fight Devin at any point in time. He's not going to fight T.O. He's going to fight Dennis Baranchik. He's going to fight Loma. And he's going to fight Artem. That's who he's going to fight. That's who he's going to fight. He's going to have a refrigerator full of leftovers. And he's not going to heat it up in the oven. He's going to heat it up in the microwave. J-Man says he really is a jig. He loved the scraps. Yeah, I mean, in his mind, he has arrived. Shawa says if Loma comes out of retirement to fight Africa, he's really shite. Oh, absolutely. But don't put it past him, right? Don't put it past him. But yeah, it's crazy, man. I have never, the age of coonery. This is an age of coonery where you can be an outward coon. An outward coon. You can be an outward jig and still, because that coon in that jig, because that coon in that jig is against Devin Haney or somebody they don't like, the cooning don't matter. If Devin did any of the shit that these dudes did, trust me, all these coons he would get crucified. And I just, And that's why I'm such in heavy support of Devin, because he need the real ones to support him. And that's just what it is. Right? Shower on some Fury shit. You know, go to rehab, lose about 200 pounds. Loma waiting for the smoke to settle at 35. I wouldn't be surprised if he came back. Yeah, 35 is in shambles. Everybody thought that Khoonshawn Davis was going to come through and clean it up and all this, but then he can't even make the weight no more. He can't even go to 140 and use a belt to fight a champion. I wonder where they're going to place him at 140 once he decides to go up. That's going to be interesting. Anyway, guys, I'm about to get off of this thing. I'm about to go take a shower. And I'm about to go, you know, chill. You know what I'm saying? My kids and my wife and kids went to the pool. And I stayed back because I got to go to work early in the morning. So I got to get up at like 3:30 and drive 2.5 hours to the main office. And yeah, so my day is going to be a long day tomorrow, but it's actually going to be a short day. So I'm only going to be out there for a couple hours, and I'm coming back to the house. So anyway, Shawa says, "Oh yeah. Abdullah Mason. Yeah, you know what? Yes, Abdullah Mason. Yes, he is in position to become a champion. And now here's my thing, though. If Abdullah is the only one willing to unify, then that's going to be a problem at 135. Unless I don't know. I don't see Shakur moving up. I don't see Tank moving up. I don't see any of those guys dropping their belts. And I don't see them giving Abdullah Mason an opportunity like that. I don't know. We'll see. I hope they do. You know, I would love to see Abdullah Mason take over 135. That would be lovely. And then he can go up to 140 because he's not small. He's not super small. He's not super small. You know what I'm saying? He is not. And you know, I can see him. He has the frame to put on a little bit, you know, put on a little weight, you know. He's not a super small guy. He's 5'9". So I mean, he's taller than Devin. Well, he might be the same height as Devin. I don't know. I don't know if Devin 5'8", 5'9". I don't know. I've heard both of them. Mortala. Yeah. He can. I don't know, man. Like, two of the belts are tied up. And I don't know what those guys are going to do. I don't know if they want to unify. I don't know if Shakur wants to unify. I don't know if Tank. I don't think Tank gives a fuck about unifying. I hope Tank drops the belts, retires, and just fights exhibition fights, and just, you know, leave the titles to the guys that actually want them. J-Man says every 10 years or so we'll have another king reign, and they'll try to handicap him. From Floyd to Wilder, now Devin. Oh, yeah. But they always come out on top. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, I'm out of here, guys. I'm going to go ahead and finish my day out, and I'll holler at y'all later. I believe Sugar-Free Mars might be live right now. I didn't get a notification, but I'm pretty sure she's cooking heavy. Yeah, she's live right now. So Sugar-Free Mars is live. I'm pretty sure she is going in. And thank you guys for coming through. Thank you for hitting that like button. Much love. Like, share, subscribe, and we'll keep marching forward toward freedom. Peace.